Hey everybody, while we all await the long-awaited Sephiroth Heretics Lufenia coming up, I figured I would head back to the Abyss for one reason in particular. With all this discussion going on of the Reno Lufenia and how difficult it was and all the back and forth and how nasty it's getting, ignore all of that. In the midst of that discussion, I have seen a few people say something to the tune of, this stage was bad, but it was not as bad as that damn Abyss Perfectum Blue Dagger stage. I hated that stage. I'm never going back. And I'm here to say that you probably should, because yes, upon release, this stage was probably the hardest thing I've ever seen in this game. It was pretty bad. However, we've since gotten characters that can really just stop this with relative ease since then. I mean, we have, you know, Lufenia characters now. This came out before Lufenia, and yeah, it was rough at the time. I know a lot of people waited for Noctis to come out because he came out not long after this did. And he got it done very easily for some people. But for those who skip Noctis, or started playing after Noctis, whatever reason, for those who don't have Noctis, don't give up hope. This is one of many options that can get this done. This is actually the second video I'm doing returning to the Abyss. The first one I didn't bother with commentary. I brought Reno, Vivi, and Edward, and it worked out really well. This setup is a lot safer. As you can see, there's a lot more battery, there's a lot more protection. Because I figure, okay, Gladio's Black Crystal. A tank is very, very helpful here, and he's the best one we have right now, so why not just throw him into the mix, since he fits the requirement? Okay, we need a dagger, and we need a blue crystal. Okay, well, I'm going to add some battery to this. How about Maria? Haven't used her in forever, and she actually complements Gladio pretty well once she gets her EX up, which you're going to see in a second. So now, whenever the enemies attack, they will be hit with a battery trap provided by Maria's EX. And that will trigger before Gladio's counter. So Gladio will get battery before he counters and then continue to battery the team even more, which is pretty nice. And to complement all of that battery, we needed a dagger. And what better dagger unit than Keiss with all this battery to just throw launches into the mix. It worked out really well. For the Sephiroth Heretics, I'm not entirely sure who I'm gonna bring. I keep changing my mind because it really depends on what they're throwing at us. I know this fight's supposed to be, yeah, this is installment 2 of the big 3 coming up tonight. I am gonna pull for Sephiroth. I don't know how hard I'm really gonna go for it though. Because hold on, I want to watch this launch. This is beautiful. Gladio's EX animation is one of my favorites. Wham! Not half bad, almost 400k. Looking back at this, I probably should have brought Pandemonium instead of Odin. I didn't really think about it. I was going to throw Keiss in there and then went in. But Pandemonium probably would have been better, having Keiss on the team. But regardless, this works. Anyways, teams for Sephiroth. Lightning is going to be really good, obviously. She's probably going to out-damage Sephiroth even in his own event, just because her mechanics are a lot better than his are. It's unfortunate. I think that Sephiroth deserved better, but I guess we'll have to wait until the LD boards that the man gets, which is going to be a long time from now. Regardless, I'm going to pull anyway, because it's Sephiroth. If I get him, he's coming. Vivi, even though this stage coming up is going to be Magic Resist, he does imperil for himself, so that won't matter. And one of the main things I keep hearing about it is it's a DPS race. It's a DPS race. You just got to do a lot of damage really fast. I don't think anyone is better at that than DPS. So I'm probably going to bring him. Noctis would probably be good. Kuja is a no-go because they absorb Holy, which they did that on purpose. With it being Magic Resist, really all you would have needed to do to imperil all of your Magic users is to put Kuja on the team. But this fight says no, you can't do that. So that kind of cuts a lot of options out. But you can still make stuff work. Warrior of Light is awesome for this stage coming up, because if you guys remember these imps, they like to spam a ton of AoE HP, and it's not split. It goes even on your whole team. So Warrior of Light should be able to just protect all that. Thinking about maybe bringing Reno. See, I never even said the team I had in mind because I keep changing it, but Reno would probably be good for this too. To just set their turns back and have them hit zeros and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of good options, I would imagine. Keiss, maybe? Again, DPS race. Set the launches up. Kurosame, another good one. Saz is getting level 80. I'm definitely gonna max him out. Absolutely, the man is an absolute legend. And Galif too. I probably won't bring Galif to this. I'll use him for the challenge quest, definitely, but he's getting the 80 and the character boards because Galif is a legend as well. So yeah, my challenge quest team, I hope I get Sephiroth's burst, but even if I don't, I'm gonna at least try to get the LD for now. Challenge quest team will be Sephiroth, Saz, and Galif. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Look, we are like fully stacked with Brave, pretty much at all times. So since that's the case, we might as well just dump all of this. Not bad, not bad. Another thing that the imps do, from what I gather, I don't remember the exact threshold, so I'm sure someone who's listening to this does, and maybe they could tell me in the comments. At some point in the fight, they will get this red aura up, where they will take 1 brave damage until they get a turn. So I've seen a lot of people saying that they're gonna just, you know, because the DPS race thing, I'm gonna just rush this down and delay their turns to the point where they can't attack me. That's probably not gonna work out so well with that little detail there. I for one don't want to be hitting ones the whole time, especially. Oh, hi Broadway. I got to get that out of there. Anyway, yeah, that might be not the best thing for you. If you're trying to DPS race and beat this orb and you're hitting 1 brave the whole time, and you need them to take turns and their turns are already sent back into oblivion, that might not be helpful. But that being said, I mean, having some delay is going to be helpful. Just some way to control the turn order. Just don't abuse the hell out of it to the point where it's going to back yourself into a corner. Italian would probably be good for this too, even though it's magic resist. Enchanting her would be helpful. Or an Italian friend would probably work out. A lot of this is just conjecture because I haven't done the fight yet, but just from looking at the mechanics and what little I do know about it, I think that there's plenty of options that would get it done. Gladio would probably be excellent for this fight also, since Gladio is good everywhere. So in this wave, I'm not even going to bother activating Gladio's counters because it's just the 1 target. We have enough protection and enough damage output to just take this out without even really needing to counter it. We're going to save the last counter for the Shaman. Keiss still has a bunch of launches left too, which is nice. Comes an AoE, it's not even gonna break. All good. That was a weird choice. Didn't really need to do that because Gladio's not even going to be in the launch succession, so weird choice on my part there. But I suppose it works. So if he would have recovered, it still wouldn't have been good. Because Gladio's turn is way back there, so that didn't really make a whole lot of sense what I just did. But it's fine. No biggie. Okay, time for the Shaman. But yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of good characters that can take this out pretty easily now. Like I said before, this was nightmarish upon release. It was not fun. My initial clear for this stage was Shantoto with the burst, Zidane for the blue crystal and dagger. Shantota was the black crystal, which freed me up to bring any third slot I wanted, and I opted for Aphmau because I didn't want to deal with any of these debuffs. Like that HP sap in wave 2 would be pretty awful. Time to go in. Odin's gotta be the best summon right now. That defense down is so good. So at this point, we just wear him down with launches. Really not much left to say about this, so I think I might just stop the commentary and let this play out, because there really isn't much more to say about it. But overall point of this, if you're a person who's been scared of the Abyss because you tried it when it first came out and it tore you up, don't be afraid to go back, because we are in a position now where we really can just take this down. If you don't have any of these characters that I've mentioned and you still want to beat the Abyss and you're not sure what to do, let me know in the comments, and we can talk about your roster, and I can build a team for you that I'm sure will work. So I guess I'll see you all tonight when I release the Sephiroth Lufenia video, which I will be doing tonight. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed, and thanks for watching.
釣りは取って